Westuhal min Freyon and welcome to another video. So my friends, if you've seen my latest video, it was about the snippets from the interview with the showrunners of The Rings of Power published by Empire magazine, and they also showed one new or not so new image, because that was basically a shot from the teaser trailer that we've all already seen and are very well acquainted with. It is still Ratio to Hell. Now, everybody in the world has seemed to be interested in what kind of creature that one particular is. That one you can see next to Galadriel on this edited picture, and apparently it's a snow troll. Now, I predicted that this particular creature will be Amazon's original creation, since it seems to be, well, about 80 to 90% of their characters and storylines that they have released and confirmed so far. And it is and isn't so, really, because the snow trolls were mentioned just in one instance, in the appendices to The Lord of the Rings, which, of course, is really the only source material that Amazon are potentially sticking to, since they do not have the rights to publish, or adapt the Silmarillion and the Unfinished Tales. And of course, they do have the rights to adapt The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but they are trying to stay as much away from the Third Age and The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and of course, from The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit as they were portrayed or adapted by Peter Jackson. So the only thing they can really do, and I have been repeating that for months now, is to use the sacred name of Professor Tolkien and The Lord of the Rings, bits and pieces and snippets from the appendices, make up about 80 to 90% of their original things, and those short mentions or bits and pieces of information that they can find or use from the appendices to The Lord of the Rings are then going to twist and change into their own image. But the gist of this video is that we've got the identity of the creature confirmed, as it is said by CBR.com. Prime Video's Lord of the Rings show debuts first snow troll image. And news still from Prime Video's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power finally brings a snow troll into live action now. But once again, we have to think about why is that Amazon people are afraid of showing us more trailers and more pictures. It seems that the majority of the new material they are showing us is just recycled and reused material from the first teaser trailer and so forth and so on. And of course, because they know that the reaction will meet fans of Tolkien and Peter Jackson, who will be, of course, dissatisfied and will be always comparing the highest peak of creativity, that is Tolkien, and then the best adaptation in the history of cinema, Peter Jackson, with this garbage. So they are afraid, I think. And my theory is that they are preparing a narrative in the vein of Disney, what Disney is doing now with the atrocious Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that they will try to blame fans for everything and call us istophobes, just so they can throw the blame on us. So be aware of that, my friends, and brace yourselves, it is coming. But the article continues. A new high-res image gives Lord of the Rings fans their first look at the live-action snow troll, as revealed exclusively by Empire magazine. A still from Prime Video's The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power offers an up-close look at a snow troll. The beast is seen lurking in a dark tunnel or cave, no doubt making things a bit more complicated for the character making their way through a torch in hand. Oh, can you make it even more vague, what you're writing about? So this is a more high-resolution image right here. I mean, it looks fine. If I, once again, and I have repeated this many times, if I knew that this was an original TV show, an original fantasy TV show made by Amazon, I would say, this looks fine. I'll be checking it out with pleasure. because I will be looking at something that is new and that hasn't been seen before. Alas, it is all connected with Tolkien's name. They are milking it, they are dishonoring it, and that is something I will not stand for. Snow trolls are rather elusive members of the fantasy world created by J.R.R. Tolkien, only being mentioned once, as I said, in passing, in the appendices of The Lord of the Rings. But they have been adapted many times before, not in The Lord of the Rings by Peter Jackson, as this article says. Snow trolls were not depicted in director Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings film trilogy, nor did they appear in Jackson's Hobbit trilogy. As such, the Rings of Power will mark their first live-action appearance. That being said, snow trolls have appeared in a number of video games based on Tolkien's works. Snow trolls were featured in the 2006 real-time strategy game Lord of the Rings: The Battle for Middle-earth 2, more specifically as part of the Rise of the Witch King expansion. They also appeared in the 2011 role-playing game Lord of the Rings: War in the North. More recently, a DLC pack for 2014's LEGO The Hobbit, the video game, allowed players to take control of a snow troll. Going back, and now they are repeating that which we have already read. I shall post a link in the description down below to my previous video, which is all about this, the Empire magazine interview with those showrunners, so we don't have to repeat that. Let me know, my friends, in the comments down below what you think about their interpretation of the snow troll, and if you've played any of these games, and what do you think about the fact that Amazon is releasing more and more original characters, news about original characters, original storylines, or characters that have been changed and twisted into their own image. It is not surprising at all. We have all expected that, and things will only escalate and get worse. But yeah, let me know what you think, and that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.